Hello and welcome one and all to Rogue Legacy. Now this is a fairly new roguelike, or roguelite as they put it, that was released by Celador fairly recently. I think only a couple of days ago, maybe a little bit earlier than that. It's been available for pre-order though, with access to the beta for a while. I did have my eye on this game a while ago, but for some reason or another it slipped my memory, probably got distracted by another game, honestly. But after a recent conversation on one of Revocane's Twitch streams with one of the other people in the chat, this was brought back to my attention, and after picking it up, I have been having a little bit of trouble putting it back down again. I've played only an hour or two of it, but I've wiped the progress that I've had in order to start recording. Now, I'm not going to go into too much of what this game is in the beginning, because it'll become quite self-apparent as we go through, and I'll explain the concept as and when we get to them, rather than trying to give a big long blurb at the beginning. But just to put it into perspective, this game is, I guess you could say, very similar to games like Spelunky or 10 Million, even to some degrees Faster Than Light, and you'll see why in a moment. Let's go ahead and jump in. Now, the first thing you'll notice is this is not similar to many roguelikes, in that most roguelikes are a top-down view, kind of a bird's-eye view of a character, and if it is in a dungeon or a tower, they move up and down through stairs, and again, you're mostly looking at it from a top-down point of view, whereas this one is side-on, very much like Spelunky. Something it has got in common with almost all roguelikes is, apart from this room, generally speaking, the rooms, or at least their positions in the dungeon, are procedurally generated. Now, you notice I'm smacking all the furniture. That's because whoever built this castle thought it was a really, really clever idea to stick all their money inside furniture. I'm not really sure why. But that map up there, that has some significance. We're currently in the castle. There is the forest, there's the tower, and there's the dungeon. Now, I've only just noticed this. Again, I haven't played it very much, so there's going to be loads of things I'm noticing for the first time as well. There are little squares next to each of the titles. I think that means the order we're meant to do them in, so I'll have to keep that in mind. Now, this game is very story light. It's mostly based on platformer, hacky-slashy action, but there is a bit of a story there, and this is the first part of it. Prince's Journal. Treason! An assassin has wounded my father, the king. To bring order back to the kingdom, he has sent my siblings and I on a quest to save him. Together, we will venture into the cursed woods and enter Castle Hampson. This cursed castle has stood on the edge of the woods since time immemorial, but rumours say that within it dwells an item which will cure any ailment. Tonight, I will get a head start over my brothers and sisters and set forth on my quest while they lay sleep. Oh, dude. Treason at the beginning? It's not going to work, man. This is how bad stories begin. To fail this quest would be an embarrassment to my name. You are almost certainly going to fail it. Now, the rooms, like I said, are procedurally generated. Ooh, that's an enemy up there. And getting gold is super important. It's probably one of the most important things that you can do on any particular run. Let's take this guy out, because he might give me some gold. No, damn it. We can bring up some information on our character by doing this. We're currently a level 0 knight. The levels don't really reflect much other than, well, we'll get into that a little bit later, but basically upgrades to your castle and equipment reflect your level. 100% base stat, so we've not got any strength or weaknesses, and then you've got your generic RPG stuff on the left there. Now, this game doesn't actually have an extremely strong amount of RPG stuff in it. It generally, again, it's focused more on the hacky-slashy than any particular roleplay elements. Oh, bugger. Oh, man. Stop embarrassing me. Aha. Now, I'm not particularly good at this game, so don't go expecting anything from me. I'm as good as this as I am at any other game, which is to say I'm not good at it at all. Right, and right, if we bring this up, we can see the map. Those blue portals on the sides and the top are places we can leave. Ooh, there's a trap. That's not good. Right, we need to jump up off that. We can use these tables to avoid the traps. Now, right now, this character is going to be the most boring character you'll see me play. Mostly because it has no specific special features or traits. They will come with time, and you'll see what I mean once this character dies. Much like most roguelikes, there is permanent death, but it's sort of mitigated in a way in this one. When you die, you will get to play on as your children. And that's where the sort of rogue legacy part comes into it. Well, let's keep going this way. Ooh, don't like you. Oh, that was silly. You don't generally want to just jump down when you can't see where you're going, but I don't want to get a face full of fire either, so come over here, where I can kill you one at a time. Or both at the same time, I don't really mind. Now, I didn't smash all of those pieces of furniture in the other room, and that is grieving me terribly, but, ooh. Now, that little thing there, that's a hidden wall. If you can see where the, where my dude's sword is right now, it's kind of shaded a little bit. We can't get in there because we're too big, but we will eventually have characters who can, and it'll be hilarious as well. Oh, right. I think this is the castle area's boss. We're not going to try. That would be foolish. We will die. And as I've said, getting gold. Ooh. A blueprint. That'll come in handy shortly. I'll show you about that. But as I've said, gold is incredibly important in this game. And that should really be our focus for now. So we don't really want to take on the boss until... am I going to be able to cross this road? Until we've got plenty of gold behind us first. Because we're almost certainly going to die. Being a level 0 going against the boss, it won't end well. Now, zombies, fairly easy. Oh, I say and then get face full of zombie. That wasn't very clever of me. Now, if you look in the top right, top left, we've got half health, which is not too good, honestly. Stop throwing fire at me. Alright, let's try and get rid of you one at a time. Oh, crap. It's not quite what I meant to do, but okay. Now, when you leave a room and come back into it, I think any damage you've done to the NPCs in the room will be healed. Now, this is a teleport room as well. That, in my experience, it puts the portals wherever you're about to transition into, like, the next area, for example. So, if I were to do this, we'll probably be in the darkness, which is a terrible place to be. We don't want to be here, so we're going to leave. The darkness, if I recall correctly, is the third, or the... Actually, no, it may be even the fourth. It may be the final area we're meant to go to, so we really don't want to mess around with that just yet. Now, let's go up here. Oh, crap. Ow! You sods. Where's your honor? You're meant to be a knight. Alright, let's take you on. If we can be careful, these traps shouldn't really pose too much of a problem for us. But the if we can be careful part is the tricky bit. Uh-oh. Don't want any of that either. Want the gold, though. Generally speaking, the ice traps I've not found... the spike traps I've not found to be as much of a problem because we can simply run over them. They do have a bit of delay, but when you're fighting things on the screen as well, that can be a big issue. Now, you can see down the bottom right... yeah, that's right. I said left earlier on when I was talking about the RPG stats. I meant right. This is a bonus room. There are loads of bonus rooms, much like Spelunky, again, with the shops and things like that. I haven't found any shops in this game yet. But the bonus rooms all have different sort of things going on. This is a one-way teleporter, I think. And it can send you anywhere. So we won't be trying our luck with that. And that takes us to somewhere we've already been. So let's try and get up the middle of this room. About here. Oh no, what? Do not want. Don't die. Okay, we've got 2 health. That was probably not the best way to deal with that situation, honestly. But this is a fairy chest room, and honestly, this is one of the best fairy chest objectives you can get, in my opinion. Because it simply revolves around you killing everything. And if you're careful, that shouldn't be too hard for you to do. My issue right here is that there's a lot of stuff that wants to shoot at me. Oh, bum. Well, that isn't too bad for a level 0 run, honestly. That's probably one of my best level 0 runs so far. I've only had like 2. I did experiment with removing the stats. For anyone who is looking to reset their game, by the way, it's saved on Windows 7 in Documents, Saved Games, and then in Rogue Legacy. And you just wipe out everything in the Rogue Legacy folder, more or less. Now, we have died. Sir Lee has been slain by a Doomvass. In options, you can enable quick drop to down strike and drop with the down on the control pad. You can play this on keyboard, by the way. The first hour or so, I was playing on keyboard fine. I've only switched to the gamepad just to experiment, really, and see which one's better. They both are quite easy to use. It's not like, for example, Dark Souls, where really, if you tried to play that with a keyboard, you were just crippling yourself. But those were Sir Lee's parting words. Not particularly good parting words, really. I've got to be honest. I've heard much better. Now, just throws you straight back out to the beginning of the game. And you might be thinking, wow, that was a bit rough. Got to start all over again? Well, not quite. Now, you didn't see Johan's. I hope that's how you pronounce it. That was in the tutorial, which I've skipped because it really doesn't have any information that I'm not going to be covering myself anyway. And here's Sir Lee, the valiant knight. He died, lived from 730 to 760. Now, he is survived by 3 children. We have got, and this is something that you can do in the actual game files. You can it's got a set of names, random names that it can choose from. I've gone ahead and changed those to a couple. I haven't got that many in there right now, so you're probably going to see lots of double ups or triple ups, for so on and so forth. If anyone would like their name added, by all means let me know. Be aware that generally speaking, you want to have the name be 8 characters or less. So just let me know whether it's a heroine or hero name, and I shall add it in there for you. So we've got Sir Urist, the Barbarian, and a lot of this game is just in what random stats, or random traits, more to the point, your children get. For example, Sir Urist has got Dextrocardia and OCD. Now, as a class, the Barbarian is a walking tank. This hero can take a beating. Well, fair enough. Pretty standard for Barbarians. Dextrocardia, your MP and HP pools are swapped. Who knew? Now, you'll see in a little bit that you can start building your sort of characters up to have a certain type of... You can specialize in HP or mana over either one, or you can try and balance it out. But having this will... The Dextrocardia can throw a spanner in the works if you've pretty much focused on trying to get powerful characters in a certain way. For example, the Barbarian, I think, starts with more health normally. Well, that's going to be swapped. So one of the main reasons to have a Barbarian is now not actually going to work out. OCD, must clear house, break stuff to restore MP. That's actually a really good trait, because it means when you break furniture, you restore your mana. Now, you've got a spell, the Chakram. I didn't show the spell with Sir Lee, but I'll probably be showing that quite a lot with other spells. And this one just throws a Chakram, which will go out and come back. You can jump over it when it's on the way back, and it'll just zoom off behind you, off into the infinity of the screen, and possibly hit loads of other characters on its way. Lady Staplers, the Knave. Lady Staplers has dyslexia, which I have, as it happens, you swine. So, but on the plus side, I can read that perfectly. Yes, so a risky hero, the Knave has low stats, but can land devastating critical strikes. Well done. And again, OCD, pretty good one. Quantum Translocator allows you to kind of drop anchor points for portals, and then teleport back to them when you use the spell again. And we've got Lady Allaunira, the Mage, who's just got OCD. A mage is a powerful spellcaster. Every kill gives you mana. We're gonna go for Lady Allaunira, actually, because that's pretty good. No downsides, honestly. And she's got the spell Conflux. Launches orbs that bounce everywhere. So there we go. We are going to be playing Lady Allaunira, who has a lovely bow and a pretty stunningly good beard, I have to admit. And now you can see that we've got the money that Sir Lee accrued. During his life, he made 520 gold. We now get a chance to spend that, and we can spend it on the mana, which you don't see much of yet, but boom, there we go. After 50 gold, we've now unlocked the blacksmith. The blacksmith can build the finest equipment in the world, turning you into a veritable virtuous, violent villain vaporizer. Wow. Gathering blueprints will give him an even wider array of assorted armaments for your armory. You will notice a lot of references to popular media and just puns galore. Get used to it. Now, there's lots of things you can upgrade. That is at max level because you just unlock the smith and that's it. Now, we can increase health or we can increase mana. And every time you put a point into a different thing, it'll unlock something else. For example, like that. Now that's added, if I do that, we can see the mana. That's added like windows there. But it's also allowed us to upgrade the knight. Now we can turn our knights into paladins, a ferocious forefront fighter. We're not going to do that just yet, I don't think. We are, however, going to spend 70 to unlock mana. Let's give us a nice little path to the keep. Now, every upgrade you put into anything in the mana will gradually increase the cost of everything else you could upgrade. So you kind of want to pick your path with this. You don't want to just put one into everything if you're really not interested in certain things. Try to specialize, otherwise the upgrades are going to become extremely expensive, and you'll see why that is a little bit more complicated than normal in a moment. Now we've got the training done, we can smack. We're only doing 12 damage, but here's Allaunira's spell. They do bounce around all over the place, and they'll just keep going for ages. Now, we've got the smith. Each one of the sort of townspeople you bring to your manor has a little bit of a story. Blacksmith. Welcome, hero. Maybe you can help me. I used to be the greatest blacksmith in all of the lands, but one day the monsters of this castle attacked my smithy and stole my blueprints. Those swines. Without those blueprints, I can only make cutlery and stuff. Well, to be fair, cutlery is actually quite useful, and you're almost never going to go out of business. I mean, certainly it's not going to be quite as cool as finding out that, I don't know, the big bad in the dungeon, the greatest dragon of all, was slain by a sword you made, but you can lie safe in the knowledge that almost everyone is able to eat because of your ways. I'm not really sure what you're complaining about, honestly. Please bring back every blueprint you find, and I can build the most amazing equipment ever. Ever. At a price, of course. So basically, he's saying we can go out and find stuff that he lost or was stolen from him, give it back to him, and then he'll sell us stuff back at a profit. It's a bit of a scam, really, if you ask me. But we can pay money to get this equipment. And once it's unlocked, it's available. You can swap between it as and when. And it's not just unlocked for this particular character on this run. It'll be unlocked for all of our descendants as well. So it's actually pretty cool. Now, one thing to be aware of is, and I missed this initially, and it really bit me in the ass because I'd already upgraded loads of things on my keep. But there's later on something you can do to upgrade your weight allowance. Currently, we've got 0 of 50 weight units, and this would add 15. Yeah, don't neglect that, because otherwise you will be kicking yourself when you have to pay like $2 grand to allow yourself to equip the new item you bought because you didn't check that it was going to put you over your weight allowance, so you couldn't actually equip it when you had it. Not that I'm bitter or anything. Now, the Knight Helm adds a pretty good amount of mana and health, so yeah, we'll grab that. Now, if you look at our character, they are actually wearing that Knight Helm. It's changed the colour and stuff, which is pretty cool. I always like it when games actually represent the equipment on the character. We've got 90 gold left. I don't think there's anything we can buy from this guy for 90 gold. Right. We're going to go back to the man and see if there's anything here we can buy for 90 gold. Ah, we can upgrade the knight. Okay, well, fair enough. Now, there is a reason why you should spend all of the money that you've got. Now, disregarding what I said earlier about, you know, try to specialize. I mean, unless we're talking a small amount of money, do try to spend everything you've got before you go back to the castle. Now, this is promoted knight, so any randomly generated class of knight that would have been for our descendants will now be a paladin instead, which is pretty cool. They can use their shield block, and this is the equipment up. This allows us to carry 10 extra kilograms, which is pretty cool. Wow, our dudes can only carry 50 kilograms? That's awfully light. I am a little bit ashamed. But it's okay. Allaunira has that epic beard. Now, this is the main reason why you should really try and spend as much money as you can. Before we can get back into the castle, we have to talk to this guy, Sharon, or Charon, or Charon, whatever it may be pronounced. One must pay the toll. Give Sharon all of your money and enter the castle. Well, that would really suck if you're holding $1,000 and hadn't spent it. At that point, I would hit cancel, go back to the manor and buy something, so on and so forth. But 10 gold isn't so much. I don't know why he's laughing so much, honestly. He didn't really get that much out of this. Now, back in here, and as you can see, the OCD is already paying off. Not that we've actually spent any mana yet, but that we will. Oh, I hate those things. Die! Hopefully, this will kill everything. And die again. Okay. I'll just have to kill you manually. Now, we got a decent bit of mana back from killing that dude there. You should have noticed. And I think that's something to do specifically with the mage. You'll notice if a portrait is going to be evil, if you move up to it, it wiggles. This one isn't. But to be honest, it's probably better to always try and attack every portrait you see, just to be on the safe side. Like this. No. And, well, we may as well, just in case there's gold here. I was going to say we might want to leave these. Ooh, defeat all enemies. Another fairy chest objective. And this time we're at full health. Okay. Oh. Is there a way in there? How am I meant to get in there? Okay, I see. You hear that banging around this because there's a secret passage there that would allow us to get in there. But basically, we can't go there unless one of our children randomly had the dwarfism trait. It's a bit shitty when that happens, but kind of cool nonetheless. Just because it means that you can't explore everything with one character. No matter how good of a run you have, there will be stuff that you don't get to see. And I like that because it gives a lot of replay value to the game. Now let's wait for you. And again. There we go. And we got some money that time. Right, let's go back this way. Now we can go up or we can go across. I generally prefer to explore the level horizontally rather than vertically. And here we can swap this for a different spell if we want. I thought I would be given an option. Damn it! I don't want sides. I preferred the spell I had before. Ooh. Okay. Oh, bugger. That was silly. Press the wrong button. We can just keep doing this if we really want to. Or if, you know, I could use the controls. Oh, my lord! Allaunira, I'm sorry. I failed you there. I was trying to drop down and stab him from the top. Alas, I suck at this game, apparently. So, Lady Allaunira has been slain by a corrupt knight. Purchasing equipment is cheaper and more flexible than raising your base stats. Lady Allaunira's parting words. I mean, again, I've heard better, but that is actually pretty good advice. Your equipment is much better to improve than your base stats. Right, we've got Sir Cadaverr, the knave, who's got dementia and stereo blind. He is insane and he can't see in 3D. I can't even imagine how that's going to play out. Lady Staplers, the paladin, tunnel vision and baldness. The bald and the beautiful, and no peripheral vision. And Lady Allaunira II, the mage, baldness and electrophobia. Chickens freak you out. No, we're going to give Allaunira a little bit of a rest since we did so poorly in the last run. And I feel a little bit bad about that. We're going to give Sir Cadaverr a go. The knave class. Now, the knaves, I think I've already mentioned, are a pretty interesting hero type. They're not very strong, but they do a lot of damage. Now, we're going to increase our equipment just so that we can unlock the next levels. Now, we can unlock the Architect for 100 gold, or the Enchantress for 100 gold. Now, of the two, the Enchantress is the one I tend to go for first. Because that, again, offers equipment benefits. Now, we can't afford to buy anything from the smith, so we're just going to lose this money. May as well just get straight back into the dungeon. And this may be the last try through the castle that I do in this episode. I don't know if I'm going to do these particularly regularly, these episodes. This is a bit of a well, relaxing game for me, honestly. Something a bit different from the thinky games that I usually play that require a lot of attention and preparation and setup work. Like Memoria or XCOM. Let's see. Any... No possessed paintings? Lots of barrels with gold in them. Uh-oh. What have I done? Why can't I... I'm not liking this. Hit him with an axe? Why can't I... Is he really there? Oh my lord. Okay, so dementia basically means hallucinations. Well, that is going to make this run particularly interesting, I feel. Damn it. I hate hallucinations in any roguelike I play. They always get me killed. Okay, you're real. There we go. Yeah, we'll keep going on. There's a... Oh, we've already got that chest. It does usually notify you whether you've opened a chest or not, because it'll have a little open icon on it. That's going to be a bit hard to do, though. Ow, balls. We've at least got rid of you, though. This is going to be a bit rough. Go, go, go. Ow, damn it. Retreat. Ah. Ah. A slime? What the hell? Just kill everything. Oh, the slime's not there. I was thinking that was a bit of a out-of-depth creature. You generally find those, from what I've seen, what little I've seen, in the forest. So I was a little bit concerned about that. And why did I just walk into that? Never mind. Right, okay. Oh, crap. That is possibly another out-of-depth creature, because, again, those are usually found in hell, I believe, or the darkness. I think of it as hell because it's down at the base of the castle, but wow, we've only got 13 health. And from what I can see, the not being able to see in 3D thing just means that it is literally like a paper cutout, and when it turns, just imagine the cardboard cutout just spinning on the spot. It's kind of funky. Alright. And this just goes back to where we came from. So, ooh. Oh, that was probably a hallucination. Never mind. We'll go back this way. Actually, this might not be the best idea. Give me your gold. Still, we're up to 270 gold. That's not too bad. I'm gonna avoid going up there because I feel that will probably be death. Oh! For some reason, I actually thought he was going to be a hallucination when he turned around. Even though I just explained the whole stuff about not being able to see in 3D, when I saw him go kind of invisible, I was like, ha-ha! You're not really there. I'll swing at you for no apparent reason, just for something to do, and then, oh, it hit you. Ah, that means I'm about to get clobbered in the face. And indeed, it happened that way. Sir Cadaverr has been slain by a Grey Knight. If you're having trouble, try equipping Grace Runes. Oh. Okay, that's actually pretty cool, parting words. I've no idea what a Grace Rune is, but I will keep my eye out for it. Right, well, we are running out of time. We're not going to do another run, but I'll just have a look at who we're going to be picking next. We've got Lady Sheilab, the Knave, who's a savant. You're very talented, with a few issues. I don't know what those issues would be. Possibly a dangerous thing, I don't know. Sir Cadaverr, the Barbarian, who has tunnel vision and dextrocardia. Pardon me. And Sir Cadaverr, the Knave. Ectomorph, an OCD. Ectomorphs are skinny. As you can see, he's narrower than everyone else. But he is a knave. I don't know if there's any particular importance to the, like, shoulder pads, the pauldrons he's got there. Like his have got spikes on. And I saw a barbarian with spikes on earlier. Maybe it's just a bit of fluff. Who knows? But I think we're probably going to go for Lady Sheilab, who, I mean, Savant is possibly a good and bad thing, but at least you don't have a dedicated bad thing there. Now, finally, let's unlock the Enchantress. And this unlocks, as you might imagine, a bunch of the other magical classes, but the Enchantress herself can empower your body with magical runes, making you better, stronger, faster, jumpier. Find runes to increase her repertoire of body modifying talents. Modificating? Her crystal ball is just for show. Thank you for letting me know that. So you've got magic up there and upgrade mage. This will very much like the upgrade for knights turn mages into, what are they, archmages. We still have enough, though, to unlock the Architect, but as you can notice now, that's gone up by 10 gold to do that. But before we do that, let's go and have a chat with the Enchantress and find out about her history. Hello, hero. Could I borrow your ear for a moment? No, not really. I'm quite attached to them. You can talk to me, though. I'm in need of your help. I used to be a very powerful enchantress, but one day the monsters of this castle invaded my dreams and stole my knowledge. Wow. I thought the smith had it bad. They encased that knowledge in runes, and without those runes, I suck at my job. Please, hero, if you find any runes, bring them back to me, and then I'll sell it back to you at a profit. Oh, another one of you. I should have known. But these are actually probably more important than equipment, in my personal opinion. For example, the sprint rune, gain the power to dash for short distances. Multiple runes stack allow for multiple dashes in quick succession without like stopping on solid ground to recover. But that one isn't as important, in my opinion, as this one, the Vault rune. This goes on your helm and grants you the power to jump in the air. Multiple runes stack, allowing for multiple jumps. So, for example, if I had a Vault rune, I guess, on my sword as well, then I'd be able to double jump twice without touching ground. Unfortunately, we're 5 gold short. I was going to say 1 5 gold piece, but that made no sense. So, back to the manor then. I guess the best thing we can do, really, is to... yeah, we'll go ahead and buy the Architect. So there we are. The Architect can lock a castle down and prevent it from changing. Like the layout of a castle, lock it down. Just make sure you can afford his fees. Now, he doesn't really charge in the same way. He doesn't charge a flat fee, and I'll show you that before we leave. But that's also unlocked the attack up, which will increase our strength, which I guess has a direct effect on the amount of damage we do in melee. And magic damage, which magic damage up increases our int, I guess, for the same thing. And has also unlocked the Barbarian King. Become the king of free men. That makes no sense. No, it does not. So, the very last thing... oh, wait. Has he got a monocle on? My lord. I think he does. I think this training dummy is the most dapper training dummy I have ever seen. I'm not even going to hit him. Right, we'll just quickly find out a little bit about the Architect, and that'll be it for this episode. Greetings, boy. We're a girl, actually. I guess you can't tell in the armor. Want to know a cool fact? I'm crazy. Fair enough. We'll try and stay away. This lever here, with a simple pull, I can prevent the castle from changing. This way, you can go through exactly what your ancestors went through. Impressed? You should be. How did I build this fantastic contraption? I'm not going to keep with all that stuff. With science, of course, and magic. Mostly magic. Oh, man. I prefer science. But my skills aren't free. If lock this castle... okay. I will take 70% of all the gold you earn. That's what I meant about him not charging a flat fee. He'll charge a fee on whatever... it's sort of like on the potential earnings, which is pretty steep, to be fair. Do you want to lock the castle and only get 70% of the gold? No, I do not. But that is it from this episode. We will return in the next one, and we shall be invading the castle in hopes of making even more money so that we can upgrade a little bit more. I shall leave you with Lady Shelab's character stats. She is a level 7 knave, which has plus 15% crit chance, plus 125 crit damage, and low HP, MP, and strength. Savant, randomized spells. Okay. I think that means that every time she casts a spell, yeah, it changes. Yeah, that's going to be a bit annoying. But we shall find out how annoying it can get in the next episode. I hope you've enjoyed this one. I hope you will join me for the next. But until then, do take care.